Standard 6, Chapter number 6, Mauryan Age, Chandragupta and Emperor Ashok, Part 4. Today we are going to learn about the administration of Mauryan era. Chandragupta Maurya established a large empire. It was expanded by Emperor Ashok. Chandragupta's chief minister and sharp politician Vishnugupta Chanakya divided large Mauryan empire for well-organized administration. During this time, there were three sections of administration. As we all know that with the help of Chandragupta, with the help of Vishnugupta Chanakya, Chandragupta became the king of a big state, and thus Chanakya helped him to rule over his region in many different ways to manage his region. He divided his region in three sections. Mauryan age was divided in three parts. First was central, second was provisional, and third was regional. Let's see central administration. Emperor was at the center of the administration. Each and every rule, each and every law will be passed by the king. He was head of the administrative, military, judicial department of the empire. His position was hereditary. Hereditary means Varsagat. Patliputra and areas around it were under direct control of the emperor. He managed administration with the help of ministers and higher officials. Chanakya has told about 18 departments, out of which main departments and heads are the following. First was agriculture department, which was headed by Sita Adhyaks. Military department was headed by Senani. Judicial department, Pradeshastri. Trade department, Panyadhyaksh. And office repository, that means who manage the office and official papers. Mahakshaptal and revenue department was by Mudra Adhyaksh. These all were the officials of different departments and they were doing work for their department. Agriculture department will work for the development of agriculture in the region. Military department will work to strengthen their military. Judicial department will work for giving justice to the people. Trade department will work for the import and export and business with other states and countries. Office repository will work. They will handle all the paperwork and all the records of the work done by other departments. And last is the revenue department, the department which collects tax from the citizens of his state. In this way, central administrative system work under the rule directly of the king. Second section was provisional administrative system. Mauryan Empire was a huge and very large. So it was divided into 5 sections. And these 5 sections are known as provisions. The head of provision was the governor. Usually the prince was appointed at this post. King appoints their son as a governor at different sections of his state. Governor's task in the province was to maintain peace and security, collect revenue, get the orders of the king obeyed, and keeping the emperor constantly aware of the events taking place in province. It is not possible for king to manage or to keep an eye on each and every activity of a huge state. Therefore, he divided his state in different parts and put a governor at that area who informs him about each and every activity happens in their particular sections. In this way, king rule over his state and make activities for the development of it. The third is regional administration. There are small villages, towns, districts which are included in provisional states. This regional administration were ruled or inspected by the different officers. For administrative ease, any province was divided into district, local, and taluka. District officer, that is Rajuk, worked at the district level, while officers of province was called provisional. The small unit of administration was village. Its head was called Gramani. Gramani used to run the administration of the village with the help of elected members of the village. So there is a chain which is working from village to the state towards the capital. Each and every village has its Gramani, that is Sarpanch. Sarpanch rule over the village. He informs about his village to the provisional, and provisional informs about to the center. In this way, a continuous chain will work continuously, constantly with each other and keep in touch so that the ruler can be done and development can be done for the people. Last is successor of Emperor Ashok and fall of Mauryan Empire. Successors means the one who will rule the state after the king. Regarding Emperor Ashok's successor, we find different information in Brahmin, Jain and Buddhist texts. According to the information given in Purans, total 9 to 10 kings of Maurya dynasty ruled for 137 years. That means the son of Ashok and his hereditary Jain. All the kings of Mauryan dynasty ruled for 137 years. Taking advantage of improvised rule of last king of Mauryan dynasty, Brihadrath, his general Pushyamitra, killed him on the pretext of watching military drill. Thus, in 185 BC, Pushyamitra Sangh established Sangh dynasty on the throne of Magध, and Mauryan dynasty came to an end. In this way, Mauryan Empire ended and the new dynasty, Sangh dynasty, established their rule over the Magध. Total 137 years Mauryan Empire ruled over Magਧ, and the last emperor was Brihadrath. The first emperor of Mauryan dynasty was Chandragupta. The two, Chandragupta Maurya and Emperor Ashok, were the greatest king or emperor of that time of Maurya dynasty. Here we are completing our chapter. You have to write all the questions related to this chapter in your work. Thank you.